Greetings and salute. Jump right in it. See, Steve Coakley, when I was real young, I was being schooled into this modern day Caucasian, how he fights his wars, and I didn't even know it. But I see when I look at my past and see how I was raised up, in spite that my mother and father was trying to blend in with the Caucasian, even though they didn't like the Caucasoid and what he was trying to do. But they figured that they had lost faith in the black man. My mother was once a member of the Nation of Islam, and I was born into the Nation of Islam. But when I got to be 7, she got out and started celebrating Santa Claus and Easter and eating pork. And my father, he never did understand the teachings until when he was dying. He started, me and him started talking, and he started seeing things my way. And but my mother, she never did to the end see what was really. I mean, she was so stubborn that she just didn't want to believe that she'd been wrong for so long. But this is what, when I studied my mother and my father, I see why black people, how they think the way they think, and why they try to be good citizens, in perfection, because they didn't understand that the black man was special. He wasn't the same as the white man, the Caucasian. He couldn't. A lot of people can't understand that today. You hear them say, "I bleed red, you bleed red." Well, a chicken bleed red. A dog bleeds red. You know, you got several species of birds with feathers. Some of them really ain't categorized as birds. But chicken, he's not like an eagle. An eagle is not like an ostrich. And you know, bat flies, but a bat is not like a bird. Some birds don't fly. You know, so our people, when they go to school nowadays and they don't study and don't have any questions for the teacher. I remember I had questions for my teacher because I was brought up different. When I was going to public school, I would question them, and they would get mad because either they couldn't reveal the right answer, or they didn't know it. So, I asked questions like, why, there are black people and why there are Caucasian people. They didn't want to talk about that. And then they give you a ridiculous answer like, oh, it's the lack of vitamin D, and some of them don't have no answer because they don't know. And so, but I understand why black people think the way they think. My question to you is, in this modern time with all this information and communication and transmission available to you, Why are you still thinking like you think? Why are you the black man and woman? Why are you still thinking like you're thinking? When you got so much alternative uh, resources. I mean, my uncle used to send away for books in Pakistan and different parts of the world, India. He had a library so vast that down in his basement, it was a number of books. And so I was brought up different. And so I think a little different. I tried to think like the crowd, but something kept pulling me away. That's why I don't have no associates. Every organization has been penetrated. Every black organization has an agent in it from the government. Every school, college, grade school has agents, whether it be teachers, principals, or students. Because the devil got to know what's going on in his house. He got to know how you think. So YouTube is designed to look into your mind and see how you think. If you think too deep, they're not gonna let it go through. They're not gonna let the masses hear your mind or see your mind, because it might open up their mind. So check this out. This brother right here, Steve Coakley, was a deep brother. And I've been knew about him for maybe 3 or 4 decades. But I never knew how deep he was. The late, great Steve Coakley, R.I.P. And they probably offed him. They probably got to him some kind of way and killed him because he died too early. Now I understand, when I look back, I see that they got to Farrakhan, they got to all the organizations. So next video, I'm going to play some excerpts from this video here, Steve Coakley. And I want to analyze them with you. I'm going to comment on what we need to do. We need to continue on with his hood research, because you're going to have to stop the people from participating in the systems. Now's the time we separate. If you don't separate and organize yourself and prepare for them to come into your neighborhoods and drag you out the houses and kill you, either you're going to take that vaccination or they're going to try to kill you or put you in concentration camps or quarantine. This is Black Light saying sugar and sugar, salt and salt. Stay tuned for the next video. And if you don't, it ain't my fault.